So what up, 2K fans? Before the video gets started, wanted to kind of share with you guys my signature skills. Ankle breaker, posterizer, interceptor. I will not be using that very often because it doesn't really work. Bruiser and microwave. And I'll try to do this more often before games. My jump shot is number 31. And I think I may have changed that as of late. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick look at my dunk animations, my dunk packages, back scratching, rim hangs, leaning windmills, under the leg 360s, two-handed, spin dunks, and the windmills off of one, athletic side tomahawks. A lot of you guys have been asking me what dunks do I use. Here's the whole ball of wax.
Break down your team, it's like you stiff as a board and got no rhythm. Your shots got no lift in it. Get blocked like an Olympic flip. Cross you out your socks on some ninja shit. Ankle bully, crossover, breaking your ankles fully. Ligaments popping, it's funny. You got the thinking for me. It's entertaining, so hot you can't cool them all. You cannot stop the human torch. Look who you rooting for. That is the loser dog. All up in his ass while he is taking the dookie pose. Yeah, Shakedown 2012, come in this direction if you haters really wanna fail. Yeah, lay down for the shakedown. Yeah,
So here we are in the playoffs. Want to give you guys a nice look at the playoff tree. You see that Miami's going up against Chicago, 1 game apiece. Milwaukee versus the 76ers, 1 game apiece. And as always, if I make this, we're going to have a great game. Oh. So what up, 2K fans? You know who it is. It's your boy Shake, aka the Ankle Bully. But that is not at all the topic of discussion, who I am and what I'm doing in the playoffs. As you can read in the title, this video is all about whether or not 2K14 will be on next generation consoles. And I want to tell you guys right now, I highly doubt that it won't be on next gen consoles. I know I got some of you guys scared right there. My choice of words. I'm over here trying to bully Monte Ellis's ankles, and I still get the bucket. So yeah, I do think that 2K14 will be on next generation consoles. How would it be that the #1 basketball game over the last, for this entire generation, how would it be that that game won't make the next generation consoles? The only question, in my opinion, at this point is whether or not, you know, it'll make it for the release of the consoles. Because at this point, we don't really know when these new generation, you know, PlayStation 4, Xbox 720 consoles, we don't even know when they're coming out. And so that is the #1 question. You know, really, what are the dates? Because if the consoles come out after 2K14 drops, and we know it'll be on 360 and PlayStation 3, it'll definitely be on the current generation consoles. But if the new system drops, let's say in November or for Christmas, that would mean I would have to buy 2K14 twice. And I really don't have a problem with that, because I would love to do a comparison. And so on my channel, I can tell you right now that we will have some comparisons if I do have to buy the game twice. Right here, I'm looking for an alley-oop. My teammates don't follow me, and I end up off the glass and missing it. I wish my players would cut with me. They just don't have that in their tendencies. Most of the guys on my team are shooters, but it's weird because they don't really take a lot of jump shots from the three-point line. So I don't get many assists from the outside on my teammates. I typically get most of my assists from players that are cutting. And none of them actually cut the way Monte Ellis cuts. But yeah, I think 2K14 would make a phenomenal appearance on the next generation consoles. You know, a lot of people talk about how when games go from one generation to the next, the first appearance of that game on the next generation console usually looks really bad. And a lot of people will say that NBA 2K6 wasn't as good as I get the nice assist to Holiday. Some people will say that Madden 2006 wasn't that good on Xbox 360. And in a lot of ways, they're right about those assumptions or their opinions on those games. But when I think of the next generation consoles, in this particular case, I think that 2K has learned from a lot of their mistakes, you know, when we talk about 2K. And with more power, I think that we could see, you know, I think when you go from PlayStation 2 to Xbox 360, you're making a lot of experimentations. You know, you're seeing things for the first time. I don't think we're going to see a drastic leap from 2K13 to 2K14 in the gameplay category. But I do think that they're going to fix a lot of the glitches. And I have to believe that with the new architecture on the PlayStation 4, especially, you know, PlayStation 4, and I can only talk about PlayStation 4s because it's the only one that's actually been announced. But I have to believe that with that new architecture, that a lot of the current year-to-year, you know, tendencies, the problems and issues that we've been seeing, the legacy issues, I have to believe that some of those will be ironed out. Some of those problems, some of those wrinkles in the system will be ironed out. So look, it's 8 seconds left. We're up by 1 point. Can the ankle bully strike before halftime? Tax on 2 more before the buzzer, going into halftime.
76ers on top.
It's been the 76ers scrapping it out. They're looking for a second victory in a row tonight in Game 3 of this series. Shake and Bake giving them a nice boost. He's up to 14 points and is also helping set the table. Who's ready to eat?
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this Game 3.
In this segment of the video, I'd like to express my condolences, and you know, my heart and thoughts goes out to the families and victims of the Boston Marathon, you know, bombing yesterday. That was a very tragic moment in American history, in my opinion. So I wanted to make sure that I expressed my feelings on that. Some of you guys have been asking me, how long did it take for me to level up my character? I want to tell you guys, if you don't see me on the blacktop very often anymore, and this is simply because I played the blacktop, 3-on-3 blacktop, mainly for the VC, and I really, you know, pretty much leveled up my character playing a lot of blacktop games. So shout out to guys like D-Man and my buddy Fox. These guys ran with me in a lot of games. That's a nice behind the back bounce pass to Thaddeus Young. They double team me and they will pay for it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you want to rank your player up, go into the blacktop. Ooh, Monte Ellis is not strong enough. I sometimes wonder if Bruiser had anything to do with that, or maybe it's because I'm 6'6", 240, and Monte Ellis is really a point guard. He's really not supposed to be a shooting guard. He doesn't have the strength to deal with the ankle bully. And I could actually just dominate this whole series scoring-wise. But I really wanted to try to play a more generous game of basketball. Let my teammates get their own assists. I wanted to see how my AI plays by themselves. And look at Nick Young for 3. Sometimes I call for the ball a lot. I'm not a point guard, so you're not going to see me, you know, getting the bulk of the assists. But when the time is running out, you know the ankle bully's coming down court, take up the final shot, and I get it! I love those moments when I can hit that buzzer beater.
We're going to step aside for... uncontainable game segment. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, it's the 76ers with the Uncontainable Game Award for the offensive stretch they put together. They put on a show at the defensive end, most of their heroics coming in that second period. It's easy to build a lead like this one when you play great defense.
Great, thanks, Doris. And a very important turning...
They finally got my new Air Jordan sneaker commercial right for the playoffs. You know, last time you guys saw that commercial, you saw me wearing a different pair of shoes, and I don't know if it was a glitch, but the problem existed. But now I've fixed my shoes, as you've seen in the last couple videos, and I finally got my new commercial with the proper pair of shoes on. But as I was saying, I'm too much really for Monte Ellis, but I'm not really here to dominate this game. If you saw the start of the second half, I only had like 14, maybe 16 points. I just want to let the game come to me. See what happens if I let the game come to me, if I don't demand the ball, if I don't even try to get all the assists. What would happen if my teammates had to win the game almost without me? You know, but that really can't be the case. I have 34 points and like 6 assists. And look what happens. Michael Beasley takes a fadeaway jump shot with all kinds of defense in his face and hits the side of the backboard. Something reminiscent to 2K12. And look at this! I missed the alley-oop. This is very characteristic of the ankle bully. Just ask D-Man and Blacktop.
Speaking of Blacktop, we go into the Blacktop mentality. This is the swarm defense. A block like this can only disrespect Monte Ellis.
Get that mess out of here. You know, I have to believe that when their star player, their best scorer gets blocked like that, their whole team gets deflated. As we go up 107 to 95. 25 seconds left on the clock. No sportsmanship. I will run this game all the way into the ground. We want to make these guys hurt. We're going up 2-1 in the series. We're up by 10 points. 3 seconds left on the clock. I'm racing Monte Ellis, taking the final shot, and I don't get the bucket. But our team gets the win. So Monte Ellis, you've been dominating this series, but not this game. Your boy Shake, player of the game. So the ankle bully prevails with the 76ers again. We've got a championship in sight. I know it's only the second round of the playoffs, but we see the Eastern Conference as ours. We have a nice team. Everybody plays the game very generously, and I don't have to call for the ball. I don't have to get all the assists and score all the time, do I? Well, at least not in this series. Looks like we've got the Milwaukee Bucks' number.
Advantage up 2-1 going into Game 4. Is there a sense of confidence in the locker room right now, or is the team beginning to feel some of the pressure that goes along with playing in the postseason?
No pressure at all. We definitely have a lot of confidence. I mean, especially when you have a guy like myself leading this team. I mean, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but we do what we do because we have what we have, and that's called talent. And the ankle bully is always here. So we're going to get this championship wrapped up. So like and subscribe for more 2K14 insight. And as always, I'll holla at you dudes later.